To achieve high intelligibility, we need to focus on a few key acoustic specifications: reverberation time, signal-to-noise ratio, frequency response, and sound distribution. Hi, I'm Mark Coble, Audio and Acoustical Designer at Paragon 360, and this is the Paragon Angle. Today, we're going to dive into the science of acoustics and intelligibility. Whether we're designing a worship center, a conference room, live performance venue, or sporting arena, getting the acoustics right is essential for clear communication. How do we define speech intelligibility? It's a measure of how easily listeners understand spoken words in a space. Poor acoustics can make even the highest quality audio systems sound inferior. What the human ear perceives as sound is a combination of the loudspeaker system interaction within a venue. To achieve high intelligibility, we need to focus on a few key acoustic specifications: reverberation time, signal-to-noise ratio, frequency response, and sound distribution. Let's unpack each one of these. First, reverberation time, or RT60, is the time it takes for sound to decay by 60 decibels. For speech, a short reverberation time avoids echoes that distort speech. In spaces like classrooms or meeting rooms, very short times of 0.4 to 0.8 seconds are highly desirable. In larger spaces like auditoriums, longer times are acceptable, up to 1.2 seconds. But then we begin to be pushing the limits, and anything more than that can make speech sound unnatural and unintelligible. To combat these undesirable reflections, we rely on the use of strategically placed and positioned absorbent and diffusion materials. Next is signal-to-noise ratio. This measures how much louder the presenter's voice is compared to the background noise, like noise from an HVAC system or even chatter. For good intelligibility, you need to maintain a ratio of at least 15 decibels above the noise floor as a minimum. For practical terms, if the background noise is 55 dB, speech levels should be at least 70 dB at the listener's ears. Well-defined systems often yield as much as 30 to up to 50 dB of ratio, providing excellent speech intelligibility. Now let's talk frequency response. Speech intelligibility hinges on the upper mid-range frequencies, roughly between 2 to 4,000 Hz. This is where consonants like S, T, and P live. These sounds are critical for understanding words. Acoustical treatments and loudspeaker designs should prioritize a flat response in this range. Excessive low-frequency energy can also quickly diminish speech intelligibility as well, so maintaining control of frequencies below 500 Hz are critical. Finally, sound distribution. Even if your reverberation, signal-to-noise ratio, and frequency response are ideal, intelligibility suffers if sound isn't evenly distributed. It is critical that the loudspeaker system is well designed to offer defined coverage to the audience areas while avoiding areas that could create reflections. Modern-day loudspeakers and predictive design software allow us to see sound and how it behaves within a venue. Designing a system where direct sound is smooth between the critical 2 to 4,000 Hz range to all seats, combined with well-designed acoustics, sets up the ingredients for a win for speech intelligibility. So how do we put all this together? Let's start with the room's purpose. If speech intelligibility is a high priority, then the need for some form of acoustic treatment is inevitable. If the room already exists, capturing acoustic measurements will quantify what your ears are hearing. If it's new construction, obtaining accurate drawings of the space are critical to ensure accurate data from simulation software. Absorption is not the only answer for treatment. Diffusion can also be used to scatter sound and evenly tame echoes. Standards like the ISO 3382 for measuring acoustic parameters in the room and Speech Transmission Index offer guidance in designing of acoustics in spaces. And there you have it. The acoustic specs for crystal clear speech: short reverberation, high signal-to-noise ratio, balanced frequency response, and even sound distribution are your recipe for success. Thanks for tuning in to the Paragon Angle. Join us next time for some more useful information.